Here's my prediction for Aleksei Oleinik versus Fabricio Werdum on UFC 249. Now, I want to start off by saying, even though this is Werdum's first fight back in 2 years, give or take, off of a suspension and all that, I'm not going to factor that in because there's a lot of intangibles with that, like how he's going to look and whatever. So I'm just going off of his both these fighters' skill, whatever. So both these guys are grapplers. This fight's probably gonna take place on the ground more. Maybe it just depends on um, it really depends on how Oleinik uh, game plans for Werdum. But for Werdum, he's been in the game for over 10 years easily. I don't know exactly how long he's been in the game, but in that time, he's with the training he did at King's MMA, uh, his Muay Thai has gotten very good, and he's never I've never seen very many fights of his where he tried to use takedowns or whatever. I mean, well, my bad. I've never seen very many fights of his where he tried to stop any takedowns because he doesn't care if anyone takes him down. That's why you see him throwing all these crazy kicks, the flying side kick to Travis Brown to start the fight off. Um, so he doesn't care. And then the fight that won him the championship against Kane, that final moment when Kane took him down, he set up that guillotine and finished that. So he's he's uh, he's willing to fight wherever the fight goes. Um, and one thing he has that's a little bit of an issue, well, that's a little bit of a problem, is he's got a great killer instinct, and he's always aggressive. That's what lost him the title against Stipe when he was coming forward. You probably remember that right hook that finished the fight. Uh, so that's one thing to consider. Oleinik, also known for his grappling, the Ezekiel choke, has the most Ezekiel choke wins out of any fighter in UFC history. Uh, his striking, there's, it's very, it seems very amateur in a sense. He just comes forward, swings, and just to close distance and looks for a takedown. His takedowns aren't the best in the world. I think he'll be able to take Werdum down just because Werdum doesn't care if the fight goes down to the ground. As far as their skill on the ground, Oleinik is like a bear. He's opportunistic. Where you could say something similar about Werdum, but Werdum's opportunistic because he's got so many ways to finish guys on the ground with his submission. So, as far as official prediction, I say I think Werdum wins either by a late round submission, or so maybe a third round submission, or a first round knockout or something. That's my prediction for the fight. I got a bunch more coming up. If you got any opinions on it, leave it in the comments below. I got a bunch more content on here. I'm gonna keep going with the predictions until I get this fight card finished. Next one's gonna be Pettis versus Cerrone. Y'all take it easy.